Taken off from Golden Anchor Marina here in Hawksbury, Ontario. Quick stop overnight because we couldn't go any further. Couldn't get through the lock, but we had a very nice stay here. There's a great restaurant called Deja Vu. We enjoyed that very much. What's that scary sky looking over there?
Hey, it's Sam on Here's to Us, and we had a one of those Indianapolis starts this morning called the Lock, and they said 90% chance we can get you through, so get on your way. It's about 10 miles, so Rev and I expedited our departure checklist. We're underway. We have a couple pop-up thunderstorms out there, but the way they look, they're tracking, it's not going to be an issue. The most it's going to cool us down, so we will see what happens when we call the Lock. We're about 50 minutes away from giving them a call, and we can see on one of our apps that there are 3 boats proceeding to go into the chamber and lock up. So if that happens, we should be able to lock down. Our plan is to go through that lock, through the next lock, and then tie up on the lower wall of the Sainte-Anne Lock. So we'll see what happens. And we came from Hawksbury Golden Anchor Marina, neat little place there. They don't take much more than a 50-foot boat, so be aware of that.
Well, we've had a fun day so far. Rushed out of the marina to get to this lock, and then Sam ran up the engines. And how fast do you think you were going? About 20 miles an hour, and then the rain started. So I went out there and put tons of fenders on the starboard side. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one in the back in the cockpit area at the stern. We're gonna tie up to the blue line before the lock, but I'm gonna get my rain boots on because soggy out there. Well, we're not going anywhere. We are stuck here because the lock's not working. There actually was a boat in the lock and they had taken them down, but then I guess something happened and they are trying to get the boat here in front of us on this blue line. Well, this is a really beautiful sight we're looking at right now. The boats that are at the lower end are now coming in the lock. The lock was fixed this morning. Electrical issue, got it fixed up, and so that group, you see there is a dock, and the boats on the left side are rafted to that dock, and then boats are rafted off of them on the other side, so nobody has to hold one of those ropes hanging from the top of the wall. That whole dock is going to come up and bring the boats up with them 65 feet. So good news for us. After they get up and through, then we will come the other way, get down there to where they are.
So the mighty guillotine gate is headed downward. I got counterweights on it, so there's just a little bit that the motor has to do, obviously, to get it to go one way or the other. And I think one of the issues that was batted around was there was an emergency brake, and they couldn't figure out what was going on with the emergency brake, so the team of electricians traced wires and they found some circuitry. What they told me was some diodes that had current going in couple different ways that blew them. I'm not an electrician, so I'm just telling you what the lockmaster told me. Well, the boats are tied up in there, like you saw from the other angle, was 7 boats total, 2 by 2, and then 3 boats here at the aft end. The boats are tied to a floating dock, which is attached to the bollards, and you can see those bollards, the red pins, so to speak, There's 2 pins that secure that floating dock, and then the boats tie off on cleats to it. Something that we have not seen before. And there you can see one of the lock staff. They are ensuring that people have either mooring passes or locking passes, and they have an iPad that does all that. They look your boat name up. They look your sticker up, see if you've paid for lockage, which we have those stickers on our boat when we come downbound. In addition to getting the locking pass, we got the mooring pass so that we could stay on the wall without having to pay an additional fee. Say enough about the great staff at the Locks Parks Canada. Just great folks, very polite, kept us informed, and helped us out with directions to a restaurant. Also left the bathrooms open for us and the gate open so we could get back in last night.
I'm out here on the side. You too. Have fun. We've never been in a lock like this before, where the boats are attached to this floating dock, and it is raised with bollards. So as you can see, they secured us here just when we thought we had seen the different ways to lock. Today is a brand new day. Oh yeah, daylight.
Well, a lot of drama there. Spent a night on the upper wall of the Carrion Lock, and they got it fixed. So we are happy about that. We're underway to the Sainte-Anne Lock, which I've talked to them on the phone. We are about 0.7 miles in trail of a Nordic tug, 37-foot Nordic tug, and they are going to be going through the lock and staying on the lower lock wall, which we plan to do. Lockmaster there said there's plenty of space, so we are looking forward to that. Celebrating victory getting through that lock, because there were options that I didn't want to deal with, like, hey, what if it's going to be 2 weeks? Are we going to go back up around and go through the Rideau again, miss the Montreal? I don't know. I was thinking all kinds of things, but everything worked out. We're underway. Beautiful day. It's going to be another warm one, and most likely we'll get some pop-up thunderstorms a little bit later. In any case, onward, which is a good thing.
Had a wipeout over there. Summer is definitely in full swing. We've seen jet skis, sailboats, power boats, everything's out here. What is the name of that bridge?
It is the Point de Ile of Cortes.
Okay. All right, we just got into the Sainte-Anne Lock. So just 2 locks for us today. We're planning to leave this lock and then we will dock over on the port side beyond the lock and the bridges here.
Well, we have arrived at St. Anne, the lower lock wall. It was a quick trip down in there. It seemed like we had just barely got tied up and gave a couple goodie bags to the lock masters, and the doors were opening. So we're here, and looks like it's a great place to stay, and we are certainly going to enjoy it. We're tied up really close to restaurants. The only bad thing is no power, so I'm going to be running a generator to cool the baby on down. And talk about that is I had to change shirts because, man, it was so hot I was sweating. So see you next time on What Yacht To Do.